Hey there, gang. So I'm going to be shutting down my studio permanently, probably the end of next week, because I've packed up most of my stuff that I wasn't directly involved with working. But as of Thursday, I'll be done with all of my obligations, my projects that I've been hired to do. And I haven't done any improvisations or anything lately, but if you've been following my Instagram, you know I've been buying stuff, partly because I don't want to pay 25% more when I get overseas because of VAT. It's just cheaper here. And I figure, well, if there's anything I really want, I'm going to get now. And so what I'm going to do before I completely shut down next week, because I'm going to literally unplug everything, and that's probably going to be it. I'll still be on my computer, but I won't be able to do much. Before I do that, I'm going to do some improvs for you with new stuff. So let me show you some new stuff that hasn't been on Instagram yet, but will be probably by the time this video goes up. The Glou Glou Flancher 9, the vibrato phaser crazy thing, right? That came today. The Glou Glou Flancher 5, which is the dark delay. I listened to both the dark and the bright, and the dark sounded cooler to me, for me anyway. And so we'll do something with that. I got the Mercury 7 from Meris. I had this once before, I think, and I had the Mercury X because I put some presets up for everybody to share. I just like that this is smaller, and this is probably a little bit more ambient, even though it doesn't have as many options as the Mercury X, but they're having a 25% B stock sale, and I can't tell what's B stock about this. There's not a mark on it, and it came sealed. I don't know, but okay, I got that. I should let you know that any of you all, I'm crashing pedals into my lap here, any of you all that have ever considered getting the boomerang looper, I regret selling the boomerang because I'm not a real looper kind of guy, but I loved when I had it before, which was, like 15 years ago, that, it's 48K, so it's pretty good resolution, but I loved setting the 3 switches to be independent so I could just, do whatever. They didn't have to be any kind of Ed Sheeran thing where you're playing a song, that I could create something from scratch, turn it on and off, and they were not synced. I loved that. Now it can also sync, but they have a B stock sale going on, $2.99, sealed. So again, I don't know how it's B stock, but who cares? Grab it. I also, as some of you may have seen, I got the Kinotone ribbons, which is very hard to get, but oh my God, it blew me away. Somebody I know I met here recently in Nashville telling me how great it was. And you know what? I slept on that one because that one is amazing. So the Kinotone ribbons and the Phantom Limb by Discomfort Designs. Imagine everything a Chase Bliss pedal can do without the dip switches, but easier to manage and in some ways better and cheaper. That's the Phantom Limb by Discomfort Designs. He does amazing stuff. I've bought many of his pedals. They're all incredibly creative. So I'm going to do something with that. The Onward, the Chase Bliss Onward, Tom Majeski had the Outward for Cooper effects, and now he's with Chase Bliss. So now he's got the Onward. It's an improvement. It definitely is an improvement. I loved the Outward. That one was a hard one to sell, but I'm glad I did because now there's the Onward. It's better. It's better. It's really cool. And of course, you've seen, I'm sure, I talked about that I got the Crazy Tube Circuits Unobtainium Raw, which is the germanium version. So I've got that. And I've also got the Earthquaker Devices DBA Time Shadows. Now, I'm sure I bought other stuff lately. Oh, I've also got the Ranger Effects Mini Drone. Oh my God. The fact that they put that in a mini is amazing. So I've put together a really cool pedal board, which isn't complete yet. There's one thing missing. It's going to be here in like 2 days. I'm going to do one performance with all of that stuff, not the flancher stuff, because I can't fit that all on the board, and not the Meris, because I'm going to use the reverb and the Kinotone ribbons for that. But I will do one massive performance, just straight through, let it rip. It won't be that long, actually, but I'm just going to go for it with that new board, with all that stuff, plus other stuff that you might not have seen before. And then I'm going to do a second performance before I shut the studio down with all of this stuff in a row. Just connect them, throw them on the floor, play, and start turning things on and off and twisting knobs. So I'll do both of those, and I'll put them up for free on Bandcamp, both of the performances. I don't know, maybe they'll be good, I hope. But anyway, they'll be free for you to download, and you'll get to hear all this stuff and what it actually sounds like, and splitting it up, like doing a big board with stuff, and then the rest of the stuff on the floor will be kind of cool to see all this stuff and what it all does. And maybe separately on the floor, kind of modularly, where I can just patch them all together and let it rip would be kind of cool, so it's not so formal. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. You're going to check out all these things. I'm probably not going to use the looper, but I wanted to let you know about the boomerang because that's a sweet deal, like $2.99. It's pretty good, and it's sealed. So if you're into that sort of thing, grab it now, and go over to Meris and grab their B stocks, because I don't know, don't seem like B stock to me, but I'm glad I got it. And that way you'll be able to hear all these new pedals in action. All right. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and that'll be coming up in the next couple of days. If there's anything else I've got that you saw me get recently that you want to hear, let me know now before I do it. All right. Cool. Thanks a lot.